Hit Project, Muhammad Ali by Briley Hollick. In this project, I will highlight important events in my person's lifetime, go over his early life, events during his midlife, and his life just before he died. Why my character remains relatively controversial/unknown to this day, and explain whether my character's legacy is good or bad. The to do my Lest We Forget project over is Cassius Clay, or also known as Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali. It is cited by multiple newspapers and books, such as Sports Illustrated, The New Yorker, and the autobiography of Malcolm X. It has multiple interviews with family, close friends, and those who knew him best. And it was helped written by Muhammad Ali himself. He is controversial/unknown. Because of his beliefs, Muhammad Ali has decided to not join and fight the Vietnam War. This made him lose popularity and become disliked by many Americans. Muhammad spoke out on racial inequality. During this time, segregation was at large and many disliked Muhammad Ali for speaking on this topic. Ali's early life. Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. was born on January 17, 1942. His father was Cassius Marcellus Clay Sr. and his mother was Odessa Grady Clay. Cassius had one brother named Rahman that he was older than. Both siblings were born in the town of Louisville, Kentucky, where racism and segregation were at large. Cassius' boxing life began when one day his bike was stolen from him. When he told the police officer, Joe Martin, that he wanted to beat up the thief, Officer Martin took Cassius under his wing and taught him how to fight. This was the start to Cassius Clay's boxing career. In Cassius Clay's first amateur boxing event, he won the fight by split decision. This was his first ever match to start his incredible boxing career. Cassius went on to win the Golden Gloves tournament for the lightweight class and received the Amateurs Athletics Union's national title for the lightweight division. While Cassius was getting prepared for the 1960 Olympics, his grades were very poor. They were so bad that Cassius's teachers wanted to hold him back from graduation. However, Cassius' principal, Atwood Wilson, saw that Cassius could do amazing things and decided to let him graduate. When Cassius finally gained a spot for the Olympics, he was prepared to win. After winning his first 3 fights, Cassius went on to fight Zygmunt Petrosky for the lightweight heavyweight title for the U.S. He ended up winning this, but this was not the end of Cassius Clay's incredible boxing career. But this was only the beginning, and this was also when Cassius Clay met a man named Malcolm X. After winning the Olympic medal for the U.S., Cassius Clay had become extremely popular among the people of America. This new popularity was difficult for Cassius to deal with, as he was an African American, and during this time there were many issues of segregation and racial inequality. Sports historian Arthur Ashe stated, "Muhammad was a great athlete, and if you're that good, if you're that superior at whatever you do, it's going to be important that people will listen to what you have to say." But Ali went beyond that. He combined his athletic talent with social action, and during the 1960s, when both he and Black social revolution reached their peak. And the result was that he became an icon for literally millions of Black Americans. This forced Cassius to have to be extremely careful with what he said. But privately, Cassius was becoming more invested with the teaching of Islam and their leader, Elijah Muhammad. Cassius met Malcolm X at a diner. Malcolm stated that he had not known that Cassius was an Olympic winner, but sensed that he had a contagious quality. After this, Cassius and his recruiter, Sam Saxon, went to go watch Elijah Muhammad speak in Detroit, Michigan. Malcolm X also spoke at this event. This awed Cassius. He believed that any black man would be shot if he spoke out on the U.S. government and the inequality of black and whites, and that Malcolm was an extremely brave man. This was the start to the short-lived friendship of Cassius Clay and Malcolm X, and the beginning of Cassius Clay's conversion to Islam. involvement with Malcolm X and Islam. After Cassius Clay was becoming more interested with Islam, Malcolm X and him stayed close. This close relationship began to disappear as soon as Malcolm's tight friendship with Eli Muhammad began to unravel. When this friendship finally ended, Eli Muhammad had banned Malcolm from speaking to crowds. When Malcolm didn't listen, Eli banned him forever. This was right before Cassius was about to face his greatest opponent, Sonny Liston, for the heavyweight title of the world. Cassius went on to win this bout and become the champion by knocking out Liston in the first round. This was when Cassius and Malcolm X had their fallout. Cassius had said that he had sided with Eli Muhammad and that he changed his name to Cassius X, but after Eli Muhammad produced the name Muhammad Ali, Cassius decided to choose Eli's name. Muhammad Ali had stated, "Changing my name was one of the most important things that happened to me in my life. It freed me from the identity given to my family by slave masters. When Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X had met in Africa, Muhammad stated that Malcolm had turned his back to Eli Muhammad and that this was the wrong thing to do. This was the end of the once great friendship of Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X." Against segregation and inequality. Muhammad Ali was always a freedom fighter, wanting the best for the world and solving all the problems of segregation and racial inequality. "All I want is peace. Peace for myself and peace for the world. I don't hate any man, black or white. I just want to live with my people. Is this a crime? Should I be condemned because I refuse to put my life in jeopardy over where I drink a cup of coffee? I don't believe in forcing integration. I don't want to go where I'm not wanted. If a white man comes to my house, he is welcome. But if he doesn't want me to come to his home, then I don't want to go." Muhammad Ali. Vietnam War. After keeping the heavyweight title 8 more times after fighting Liston, on April 28, 1967, Muhammad Ali had to go in for his scheduled induction for the Vietnam War. This was when Muhammad Ali had refused to serve because of his beliefs of Islam. "I never thought of myself as great when I refused to go into the army. All I did was stand up for what I believed." Ali was arrested and the New York State Athletic Commission had revoked Muhammad's boxing license and the heavyweight title. Muhammad Ali was convicted of draft dodging and was sentenced to 5 years. Muhammad Ali never actually went to prison because he was waiting for his conviction to be appealed. Muhammad Ali was banned from boxing for 3 years. During this time, Muhammad Ali would hold public events speaking out on how the war needed to end. Muhammad Ali would finally be able to box again after the Supreme Court ruled in favor of Muhammad and reinstated his boxing license. Muhammad's boxing career. After the events of Vietnam, Muhammad Ali has begun his journey to reclaim the heavyweight title. He fought the defending champ Joe Frazier for the title on March 8, 1971. The match was claimed to be the fight of the century. Ali eventually lost his fight by a unanimous decision, and this was Muhammad Ali's first ever loss as a professional. This loss made the aging Muhammad Ali want to reclaim the heavyweight title belt more. He then went on to win the next 10 of his fights before losing to Ken Norton. Then the 32-year-old Muhammad Ali got the chance to fight the 25-year-old George Foreman. Although Muhammad was considered the underdog, he never gave up. After an intense battle with Foreman, Ali was able to best him and knock him out in the 8th round, solidifying the second heavyweight title. Muhammad would then lose to Leon Spinks and lose the heavyweight title. But after 7 months of grueling training, he was able to beat Leon Spinks and reclaim the heavyweight title. This was Muhammad Ali's 3rd title, which no one has ever done before in boxing. Muhammad eventually retired in 1979 at the age of 37. Ali had tried to restart his boxing career again, but it was very unsuccessful and retired for good in 1981. Muhammad Ali's incredible boxing record was 56 wins, 5 losses, and 37 knockouts. Muhammad Ali had been married 4 times, with his last being Yolanda Ali. Muhammad had 9 children throughout these marriages. In June 1984, Muhammad Ali had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, more than likely related to the head trauma Ali had gotten during his years as a boxer. This did not stop Muhammad Ali from helping make the world a better place, as he would help wherever help was needed. In 1990, Ali had met with the Iraq leader Saddam Hussein to trade for American hostages. In 1996, Muhammad Ali had lit the flame for the Summer Olympics. Ali had also received many awards such as the Presidential Medal of Freedom, Fighter of the Year 5 times, and Sportsman of the Century. In 1990, Muhammad Ali was inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame. Muhammad Ali had also supported many organizations over the years, such as the Special Olympics and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. In 2015, Muhammad Ali had been battling pneumonia and was hospitalized with a urinary tract infection. On June 3, 2016, Muhammad Ali had died. His funeral was held in Louisville, where he wanted anyone that wanted to pay their respects be able to. From museums to famous quotes, Muhammad Ali left a great legacy. In 2005, Muhammad Ali had opened the Muhammad Ali Center in Louisville. This was a museum that showed and honored Ali's whole life. Movies have also been made based off the events in Ali's life, such as the 1997 film The Greatest and the 2001 film Ali. Though Muhammad is remembered by his boxing and views, he is also remembered by his many famous quotes. Muhammad Ali was a great man, an amazing fighter, and a freedom fighter. Although few do not agree with his decision to not fight in the Vietnam War, his legacy remains as one of the greatest people on and off the boxing arena. This was the incredible life of Cassius Clay, or also known as the famous Muhammad Ali. I'm gonna float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. The hands can't hit what the eyes can't see. Religions all have different names, but they all contain the same truths. I think the people of our religion should be tolerant and understand people believe different things. I set out on a journey of love, seeking truth, peace, and understanding. I am still learning. Truly great people in history never wanted to be great for themselves. And my favorite, this is the story about a man with iron fist and a beautiful tan. To do my Lest We Forget project, including the biography.